Welcome to Alp English Podcast. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Adam. Today we're going to talk about a very common problem: why I'm afraid to speak English.
This is a B1, B2 episode. We'll talk about our fears, why many people feel scared, and some ideas to feel more confident.
We'll use the present simple to talk about feelings, and the present perfect to talk about experience. For example, I've always been shy. I've been learning English for 3 years.
You can listen, repeat some sentences, and think about your own fear of speaking.
Zoe, are you sometimes afraid to speak English?
Yes, I am. I've been learning English for many years, but I still feel nervous in some situations. When I speak with native speakers, or when I speak in a meeting, I think, what if I make a mistake? What if they don't understand me?
So you are afraid of making mistakes and of what people think.
Exactly. What about you, Adam?
I'm also afraid sometimes. When I was a teenager, I was very shy. I almost never raised my hand in class. A few years ago, I had to give a short presentation in English at work. I prepared my slides, but when I stood up, my heart started beating fast, my hands were shaking, and I forgot some simple words. After that, I felt very embarrassed, and my fear became bigger.
Dear listener, maybe you also have a moment like this. Now, let's talk about why we are afraid to speak English.
Reason number 1, we are afraid of mistakes. We think we must speak perfect English, so we stay quiet.
But mistakes are part of learning. Children make mistakes all the time in their own language, but they still speak.
Reason number 2, we are afraid of our accent. We think, my accent is terrible. People will laugh at me.
In reality, almost everyone has an accent. Having a Turkish, Spanish, Arabic, or any other accent is normal. The important thing is that people can understand you.
Reason number 3, we compare ourselves to other people. We see someone who speaks fast and well, and we think, I will never be like that.
But usually, that person has been practicing for many years.
Dear listener, you can think, I'm afraid to speak because... Try to finish that sentence in your head.
Now, let's talk about how we can feel a bit less afraid. Adam, what has helped you?
First, I changed the way I think about mistakes. Before, I thought mistakes are bad. Now I think mistakes are normal. If I never make mistakes, I never learn. When I make a mistake now, I sometimes laugh and say, okay, I'll try again.
One thing that helped me was starting small. I didn't begin with long presentations. I began with short comments, simple questions, 5-minute conversations. Every small success made me feel a little more confident.
Another thing is preparation. If I know I have a meeting in English, I prepare a few sentences before, like, in my opinion, or I'd like to add something. When I have these sentences ready, I feel less nervous.
Dear listener, let's practice some useful sentences. Repeat after us. I feel nervous when I speak English, but I'm still learning.
I'm afraid of mistakes, but I know they help me grow.
I've been learning English for some time, and I'm not going to give up.
Good. Now, Zoe, if you could talk to your younger self when you started English, what would you say?
I would say, be kind to yourself. You don't need perfect English to speak. You are learning a new language, and that is brave.
I would say, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start speaking now, even if it's not perfect. Most people don't judge you as much as you think.
Now, let's give 3 practical ideas to practice speaking and reduce fear.
Idea 1. Talk to yourself in English for a few minutes every day. Describe what you see, what you are doing, how you feel.
Idea 2. Record your voice on your phone. Speak for 1 minute about your day, then listen. You will see that you sound better than you think.
Idea 3. Find one safe person to speak with, a friend, a teacher, or an online partner. Tell them, "I'm practicing my English. Please be patient."
Dear listener, we have 3 questions for you. You can answer in your head, out loud, or in a notebook.
Question 1. When do you feel most afraid to speak English?
Question 2. What negative thought comes to your mind when you speak?
Question 3. How can you change that thought to a better one? For example, my English is not perfect, but I'm improving.
Before we finish, let's review. We talked about why we are afraid to speak English, mistakes, accent, and comparing ourselves to others.
We shared our own stories, and we said that mistakes are normal, starting small helps, and preparation helps.
We practiced present simple and present perfect for feelings and experience. I'm afraid to speak. I've always been shy.
Now it's your turn. After this episode, try to speak for 2 minutes about this question. Why am I afraid to speak English, and what can I do about it?
You can talk to yourself or record your voice.
Remember, being afraid doesn't mean you can't speak. You can speak even with fear, and little by little, it will get smaller.
Thanks for listening to Alp English Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the podcast and share it with your friends who are learning English.
Take care, keep speaking, and don't give up.
Bye!
Bye.